Alright, it's time to harvest the garlic. It's getting dry. I'm just going to take this fork and loosen up the soil a little bit. And then I'm just going to pull them out. That's what I'm using. Look at that, that was a double. That looks nice, huh? Big stuff. Look at that, huh? Holy cow, nice big ones. That's from that compost from last year. Grew beautiful. So I'm going to end up sorting them. And the biggest ones are the ones I'm going to plant next year. I'll show you one sign of what organic is. When you see all these roots, that's a sign that it's totally natural and organic. When you're feeding the commercial fertilizers, the synthetic fertilizers, these plants don't grow that many roots. They just grow a couple of larger water type absorbing roots. And these are mineral absorbing roots. Isn't that nice? Beautiful root systems. Look at that monster. Holy cow. Look at that. Look at the roots on there. Wow. Beautiful. So this bed is 21 feet long and it's about 18 inches wide. And last year this was just grass, long grass, and what I did was I took up the sod, then I dug out about, I don't know, 9-10 foot of topsoil out. I put the sod back in upside down, and then the soil I mixed with the compost that I made last year, and I mounded that up, and that's where I planted the garlic in it last October. And look at this. I've never had a garlic harvest like this. Oh, these are only 50 plants. Jeez, I can hardly lift them, they're so heavy. Look at that. Look at some of these monsters. That's as big as a hardball. Now I'm going to sort them. Okay, the smaller ones are going to be 8, and the bigger ones I'm going to save for planting next year. Look at that monster. Wow. So I've got 2 more rows of garlic yet I can choose from. So I can be pretty selective. I like the real purple ones too. I'll take some of those really purple ones. There's a monster. Look at that. Even the stalk is monstrous. Just look at that big thing. Jeez. Another one. Another one. So I'm putting some, just 5 to a bunch, because those I'm going to probably give away to people. I'll give them these smallest ones. And believe me, they're big enough where they're going to think they're monsters. And I just tied this up and I'm just going to hang it up. Now these stalks are still green. And we've got to get these garlic to dry out. When these stalks are totally brown, then it's time that you can put them in a bag and put them in a cupboard. If you put them in there now, they'll start to mold. So these are the 5 biggest heads. I'll be saving those for seed. So I'm going to put them in the shed first, that way they're the farthest away from the door. We don't mistake them and use them and eat them for something. So here they are hanging in the shed. I guess it was a little uneven, who cares, right? So I just hang them, I got screws up on this 2x4 up here. And I just hung them on there. That's all they're going to be there. Just a simple loop around here to hold them together, and a loop at the top. And onto the screw. Now the shed is got 2 large windows that are open, so the air circulates in here very well. And that'll dry these right out. Now up on top here I got onions hanging. And these actually are, there's 2 2x4s next to one another, and there's just a small gap, about 1 inch. So I put the onions in over the top and hang the stalks down, and then the stalks dry out. And if you throw those onions into a bag or into the cupboard before they're dried out, they'll get moldy. And here close I got these smaller garlics. These are the ones I'm just going to give away if people come over. So they're close to the entrance. And I got 2 more rows left to harvest yet, and I'll fill this shed completely full of garlic. And it'll be in here for a month or so. That'll be sure they're dry. And of course the largest cloves I'm going to be harvesting for seed for next year. And then the smaller ones are the ones we're going to mix into our salsas and our other cooking. Okay, that's the garlic. Thanks for watching. I want to show you my yellow garlic. I had mounted up a pretty thick layer of straw over the top of the garlic last fall. I'd say 4 or 5 inches. And I decided to check them out to see how they're doing, and I uncovered them. And they're growing. They hadn't gotten any sunlight yet, so it's making for a really neat looking color. Isn't it nice? I really like that.